With Mike. It is the premier social business enterprise show in the area. You heard the man. We do get the best and brightest in the area here. Stephanie Bryant with us now. So you're from New York. I'm from Philly. We understand the idea of hustling.
Yeah.
Everybody now is hustling because of because of COVID
Right.
and the economy. Talk a little bit about that, and that goes right into hustling and an endeavor that you were starting, the Hustlers Hive.
That's right.
Let's
That's
talk
right.
about that.
Thank you. Yeah, I used to, and our dear friend Michelle, she and I would go back and forth on that about the concept of being a hustler, and what I've seen is really what COVID has done is force people to identify alternatives. And that alternative doesn't necessarily mean you have to leap out there and start your own business. I'm a firm believer in the world needs my grandmother used to say the world needs ditch diggers too, right? And I'm not saying that intentionally like the ditch diggers. I'm saying the world, just like businesses need to be viable, you need small businesses in your community. You also need employees for those businesses. So what I've been challenging people to do is not just assume that COVID is the opportunity or COVID occurring means you now need to go and start your own business, because to a point you made earlier, at some point you got to get beyond hustling. Running a business
Sure.
is more than a hustle. It's a grind. It's a day-to-day thing. You are reporting to people. You don't just own the business. You have people who are making your business successful, right? So I looked at other ways that people could be successful outside of just immediately assuming that COVID hitting and job loss meant you now have to run a business. Sometimes you need to adjust your career hustle. For me, adjusting my career hustle meant taking my intellectual capacity and the things that I was adding to businesses that I knew intuitively and my own success, and walking away from being a direct employee of corporate America was better for me, because my success as a salesperson, as a trainer, as an individual coach and an execution strategist was something that would be better for me independently. But I look at a lot of other people and I'm like, you have a great opportunity to be successful within corporate America. So why not take your drive and your hustle and apply it there?
That's true.
There is space, there is room. While some companies are shutting down, other companies are looking at how to do business differently. I've gotten those calls from small business owners who are now rethinking how they approach sales, but they're also rethinking how they approach their employees overall, how they demonstrate how they demonstrate their employees or the ability to be happy within their workspace and what they can give to their employees, or how they're restructuring their employment, their employee pool. So I've gotten a lot of calls about that. And I really say that to say, you don't just have to say, well, I lost my job at a company, that means I need to be self-employed. It may mean that you need to look at how you structured your career, and you have to approach your career the very way that business owners approach their business. You don't need to work in the same position forever. I know years ago it was, oh, if you're a job hopper, if you leave your job after 2 years and
That's
things
not the
like
same
that.
anymore.
It's not the same. So really, the Hustlers Hive is an opportunity. I will be launching online courses, and it's an opportunity for individuals, whether they are pursuing their entrepreneur hustle. And so we have classes that are labeled Trep U. So under Trep U, entrepreneurs can come in and identify ways to make their business more successful from a branding, revenue driving perspective, not necessarily how do you set the business up. I think most people come to the table with that.